All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on our Wellness Wednesday Power Lunch. I am here with two incredible men who are in the fitness and nutrition industries. I'll introduce them in just a moment. In the meantime, my name is Melissa Killeleagh. I'm an independent consultant and regional vice president with Arbonne. And I'm super excited to share some perspectives from you when it comes to different industries as it relates to all the amazing products that we have. So, a little bit about me. I am a mom and I live in upstate New York with my son Jack, who's 4, my dog. I've been doing this business for 13 years, this business of network marketing, social marketing. And through that time, I have watched it rise to become so much more of a solid, beautiful, credible industry. And I started my business when I was still in finance. I had a 10-year career in finance. And, I will tell you that the transition from working the 9 to 5 to being able to have time flexibility and financial choice is really powerful. So a little bit about Arbonne. We are a well-established 40-year-old company. We're in the beginning stages of global expansion. So, we are already in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, and we're poised to continue from there, right? And what I love about this is you get the history and the longevity of a company that's been around for so long, but that has so much care and concern about the cultures and countries that we go into that we take our time. Also, we're a certified B Corporation, which means we balance people, the planet, and profits. We're committed to zero waste, and we partner with TerraCycle to make sure that things that are traditionally not recyclable can go back to TerraCycling, where it gets turned into parks and playgrounds and all that kind of cool stuff. In addition, we have a charitable foundation which focuses on mental health and our youth, which is powerful because they are our future. So I'm really proud of that. And as far as the products go, we have hundreds of them. And these are products that people use every single day, from shampoo and conditioner to protein shakes and energy drinks. What I really love to focus on these Wellness Wednesday talks is really our nutrition line, because it is really the heart of this holistic, healthy living that we focus on, right? So we're talking about having a stronger mind, a stronger body, a more beautiful skin, and what that connection means. So it's all about making sure what you're putting on and in your body is of the highest quality, which relates to our ingredient standard, right? We have such an incredible ingredient policy when it comes to these products. When it comes to the breadth of what we have to offer, I would probably argue that we have one of the toughest standards in the industry across the board. Because we have so much to offer. So today we're going to talk to a couple of incredible human beings. So we have Justen Arnold on, and we have Sam Jackson. Both of them are in the fitness and nutrition industries. So I am going to turn it over to them in just a moment, have them share their stories, what it's like with this business as part of their industry, what they love about it, what their background is. And, just for perspective, this is how we do our business. This is how we earn. If you want to learn more about that and our compensation plan, feel free to go to earnings.arbonne.com to get the details. What we're here to share with you is our stories. So I'll start with Sam today. Sam, I would love if you would just share a little bit about your background and why you decided to jump into this business.
All right. Thanks, Melissa. Really awesome intro. So about me, I got into fitness honestly because I am a huge comic book nerd, to be honest. I love comic books, video games, animated series about said comic books and or video games, just the whole story. So when I think fitness, that's usually where my head goes, masked heroes, saving people, helping people. And I got into fitness because that's an awesome way to actually help people. And in the most recent current climate, that's funny because now we all wear masks. So it's really interesting to be that masked hero that's helping people get better out there. And it's just really awesome. And I signed up with Arbonne. I joined Arbonne because I started seeing a lot of awesome just products involved. A lot of the stuff that was in there, they didn't just cover like a lot of proteins and fiber boosts and stuff like that. A lot of that sort of thing, it usually just covers those items. You usually end up with just a fiber boost or just protein. Arbonne covers all of the little stuff in there. They don't just focus on the macronutrients, they also hit the micronutrients. So we're talking like vitamins and minerals that you might forget about that just end up in there. And after realizing that I had the physical and in some cases the mental aspect of the thing covered in my line of work, it was just really awesome to actually be able to give people the nutritional aspects of things. You know, like at the end of the day, I'm really only asking people to take an hour out of their day I would say every week, or maybe 3 hours out of their day every week to actually do these workouts. When I say 3 hours, I mean like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something of that nature. But the rest of the week, you know, you got to watch what you're eating. You got to watch what you're putting in your body. And Arbonne makes that a lot easier because it just fills you with not only the things you need to make your muscles stronger, but to also make sure that the tendons stay good and that your brain is where it needs to be for the rest of the day. So I signed up with Arbonne for that very reason, because of the micro focus as well as the macro.
I love it. And Sam, when I had the opportunity to meet you, one of the things that inspired me is, you know, your fit in the industry, right? Because I do see you as that superhero, right? You come in and you have this vibrant enthusiasm to really help people be their best. So thank you for sharing that perspective. And I'm going to turn it over to Justen now. Justen, I would love to hear a little bit about your background, why you decided to jump into this beautiful business of Arbonne.
Yeah, I mean, Sam said a lot. I mean, macro versus micro, like a lot of the things that he said, I agree with 100%. So just to add to what he said is a little background about me. I've been in the health and wellness industry for well over 15 years. Everything from training, I own my own training facility, to being a nutritionist, to even running and managing other supplement brands and things like that. And I'm married, 3 kids. I'm 39 years old, and I signed up for Arbonne it's been almost like 2 years now, and knew about it a while ago prior to that, but it was just it was learning more about the company. And you mentioned a lot of good things. You know, the fact that they put profit and planet before people was huge for me. I'm a big outdoors guy, hiking, everything else. So I'm huge on taking care of this planet. But also just for me, like a little background is I had my appendix removed back in 2010. And ever since then, I've lived more of an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. And I've, I used to have an iron stomach, eat whatever, make those gains, and had to completely change everything. And a lot of these programs that I've seen out there are mainly geared towards one thing: weight loss, not overhaul general health like Sam talked about, especially not gut health, gut microbiome. Like Arbonne's ahead of the times. They've been doing what's now scientifically backed and what's trendy and cool since the 80s. Like they were doing it before it was all that. Like they're like 30 some years ahead of the curve. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I like that their products are either vegan or plant-based, that they're not doing any testing on animals. So just from the company is just quality of the products. And for me, not doing whey protein because of having no appendix, becoming lactose intolerant, sugar intolerant, all these intolerants, I was blown away that I finally found a protein powder that not only aligned with these things, but actually tasted good. I was like, I've had so many plant-based protein, vegan protein powders, and I was like, and I'm sure those that are with me, like they taste like chalk. So this is just delicious. And it was cool, like just within the first 10 days of doing the program, because I'm one of those that's like, I got to sleep at night, I have a conscience, and I won't sell anything until I've run through it myself. And so that's what I did before I even tried to share Arbonne with anybody. And I was blown away by their healthy living program after 10 days. The more I've researched the company prior to this, like I basically looked into it for about 4 or 5 years prior to even saying yes. So again, it's just something that I feel really good about, that I can sleep at night as my clients are using, that I can treat everybody from CrossFitters to I've worked with people with Crohn's, IBS issues, across the board, whether it's weight loss or people want to make gains. I get that question a lot from people that, what if I don't want to lose weight? Cool. It's not a weight loss program. I like I said, I mentioned CrossFitters. Every CrossFitter or high level athlete I've worked with, D1, all these that have done the program have hit PRs, that had some of their best months in training. And so it's just become part of their lifestyle. I knew a guy who was gearing up to do an Ironman and he was going to do the program with his wife, and he was so hesitant because he thought he was going to like throw all his training off. It was like a month away, and he did this program before, and it was the best he ever felt, the best Ironman he ever did. So I mean, I've got these stories for days, and the basic it's anti-inflammatory, gut health, just high levels of nutrients and high level of nutrient absorption. So I can go on all day, but it's good for my family. My kids are doing the smoothies, and it's something that, again, that just feels good in me and feels good for my clients and feels good for my family. So
I love it. And I love that you're able to touch on everything from, what it is like in the industry when it comes to athletes and performance, but also what it's like at home, right? And how it feels for you personally, because that's so important, because not everyone who comes to this business has the backgrounds that you have, but everyone can take that away, right? Okay, so a couple last questions for you guys. So Sam, I would love to know, because I know, as you're getting started in the business, right now it is very much like falling in love with the products and incorporating them into your daily life. So tell me, what is your favorite product right now?
Right now, it's got to be the protein. Previously, it was the greens balance, and I reordered it. The greens balance, it goes in everything, and that's one of my favorite things about it. It's very versatile. But the protein, I did not realize how much of a lifesaver that was going to be. So the gym that I work for, like full-time or part-time with everything that's going down right now, I have to be up as early as 2 a.m. to get out there and get to the facility to start getting these people ready for their day. And when that happens, it's great if I've got time to make breakfast. But to be honest, some days the choice is either I get a decent breakfast of bacon, eggs with like peppers and cheese in there, or I can try to get a decent source of protein, healthy fats, and just a little bit of carbs in there to get me going for the first couple minutes. So I'll wake up, and honestly, the protein is so easy. It takes me less than 5 minutes to get my breakfast ready, and then I'm in my truck and I'm out. So right now, I'm going to venture to say that it's the protein with all of its vitamins in there. I think it's sitting at like 28 vitamins and minerals in there to actually keep you going. So I would say definitely right now it's the protein.
Awesome. I love it. And then Justen, what I would love for you to share, because I know that having been in this a little bit longer, now you're really in that mindset of like the value that this business has to offer. And I see how that shows up just in your own life, like building your schedule around this business that you're building, or the other way around, right? Building the business around your schedule, because you're, taking care of your kids, you're building your business, your fitness business. So what are some of the things that you think it takes to be successful in a business like this?
That it takes to be successful, the simplest thing, be yourself. Like, just be genuine, be real, be honest. Like, you use the products that you love, like he just talked about. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of everything. I love their Phyto Sport line. I love all their nutrition. I mean, I start my day with probiotics and green balance, and so it's just using them and loving them. Like, if you don't love them, then obviously, it's something that isn't going to work. It's like wearing and loving Reeboks, but trying to sell Nike. And so I haven't met anybody that I've introduced to it that hasn't loved it. So that's the other point. Like, once you try it, you can't help but love it. And so just being yourself and being genuine. The one cool thing about it is I hear from introverted, one of my most successful consultants, came into it, one of those, there's no way I can talk to people. I'm completely introverted. I'm shy. And honestly, those are the best people. And it opens you up to this whole world of just loving people. The other thing is to just be open-minded, be ready to learn. I mean, in life, we should always be ready to learn, but I think some people just hit a plateau. So this is a growth company, growth industry, personal growth, professional growth. You're going to learn so much, and you're going to learn so much about yourself. And so just be ready to absorb. And again, like, these are the people that, I mean, if it wasn't for Arbonne, I wouldn't have met you guys, which are just amazing people. Like, the energy, especially in the world that we're in right now, it's like you're surrounded around people that are just like positive, here to bring you up, even in your worst times, here to pick you up. And again, it just fits around my life and fits around my schedule, and it complements it. And for me, I'm always looking for ways, how can I help and serve the world? You know, I think we get in wherever we're at, and sometimes we get tunnel vision. And while I was a nutritionist for a long period of time, I was only focused on the physical attributes, the training. And it's like, and then I was only focused on my nutrition plan. But, you know, this is just a great way to help people that may not be open for more advanced nutrition, and wants a really simple, easy approach that basically gets to the same results I could with like macro counting, weighing, and everything else. And so for me, it's another way to help and serve the world. And it's bigger than just the nutrition. It changes people's lives. And that's the end of the day. Like, maybe you want to get ready for a vacation and these, what I like to call service level things. And those are all great, but it's way deeper than that with this. And when you've got your gut feeling optimal and eating, and you're learning so much about nutritiously dense food, it's just, you know, the people around you, their energy is affected, you know, your family, your loved ones. And I've seen it. Like, I've seen people lose weight off, you know, off processed foods. And do they feel great? No. Do they look okay in the mirror? Maybe. Is a scale where they want to be? Probably. But with this, all of the above, you know, you feel great, you look great, you know, you have more energy in the gym to lift more weights, to get more aesthetically pleasing. And, you know, you're not bloated, you're not gassy. Like, it's just, again, it's just, I know I went on a tangent there, but to be successful in the business, just be you, be the best version of you. And this is only going to make you a better version of you with that personal development. So.
Absolutely. And I will say, like, I'm so grateful that you guys took the time today to be part of this. And it is such a testimony to that characteristic, right? Like, show up, be yourself, because here you are, you know, getting home, having the kids kind of bombard you like, oh, we want to show dad what we got at the dentist today. And then, you know, Sam's over there, he's got his truck in the shop, and he had to get outside to get a good backdrop to be able to hop on here. So it is, you know, it's just about showing up and being yourself and being authentic. And without going on that tangent, would you have been yourself? No, because you're passionate about those things. And those are exactly the moments that you want to share, is the ability to be of service and to help more people. So I thank you for sharing that perspective. So the last thing I'm going to ask for. Ooh, go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say, I really loved that tangent. Like everything, every major goal in that tangent was only partially being met, because he's absolutely right. Like, there's so much other things that are not covered in a lot of other products that it's like, oh man, I kind of am almost where I want to be. Like, I just love everything about it. So I just wanted to shout you out, Justin. That was awesome.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, and then I'm going to leave it to you guys to wrap up. So, and before I do this, I'm going to say, for those of you who are watching, who want to learn more, please reach out. We absolutely love to teach and mentor people how to do what we do. I can tell you, if you're watching this and you're not in the same industry as Justen and Sam, that's okay. I was in finance for 10 years, right? We come from all different backgrounds, but it's great to be able to share what it brings to the table in different industries. And so I'm grateful for these two for doing that. So the last thing I want to leave you with is one tip from each of these incredible men on why you should jump in. Justen, you want to go first?
Why you should jump in? Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This face. No. Right, Ava? No. Anyways, no, the real reason, but if you do have faces like this at home, it's a no-brainer, especially this time. If you're only making one source of income, if you're only earning from one place, it's like, you know, in this day and age, just to have a little bit of wiggle room, have a little bit of freedom, even if it's only $100 or more a month, like, you know, it adds. And again, if you like helping people, it's a no-brainer. Like, it's just another way to help people. You're completely distracting me, but at the end of the day, like, it's just, you know, if you like helping people, if you like serving people, if you don't mind making a little extra money while helping and serving people, And with the people that say I don't have time, well, I run a business. I'm a full-time dad. Excuse me. I cook all the meals for them. And it's that nook and cranny thing that is just, I look at it as like not work. It's like, I feel like I'm doing a disservice if I'm not finding more opportunity to help more people. And this is just another vehicle for that. And in turn, while you help more people, you're also helping to make a brighter, better world for the planet and for your family if you have kids or whoever it is. And again, it seems like it's a no-brainer. Like, say yes to it, try the products, do it. Guarantee if it's not the protein, like we've talked about, it's the skincare. My wife, who's absolutely beautiful, is in TV. She said the skincare totally changed, like for her, like people that don't know her, and this is an exaggeration, they don't know that she's married, has kids, and is the age she is, think she's in her late 20s. Heck, when she's dressed down, some people think she's 18. So I'm not saying the skincare did that, but it definitely, she'll be honest and admit that it definitely improved, like the wrinkles, the lines, and stuff like that. And the coolest thing is we don't test on animals, and it's all coming from planet Earth, from essential oils and things like that. So again, if you want better products for your family, if you want to provide some earnings for your family, if you want to help more people, again, it's just a no-brainer to add to it. And if you're looking for something, if you're a stay-at-home parent, this is definitely something to get out there and at least check out. So again, it's a no-brainer. It's easy to get into. We're here to help you. Have an entire community for personal development. If you just want to be the best version of yourself, that's another one. If you make no money at all, like, which I guarantee you will, like, the personal development in this company is incredible, and the support system that's here, you won't see a family like it anywhere else. So.
Thank you, Justen. I love that. And for those of you who are watching, I will tell you that Justen and I aren't even connected financially. Sam is actually part of my team, but that is the community and the family that we create here. So Sam, I know it's going to be hard to top because Justen gave everybody a lot of reasons, but what is one tip that you would give people to just jump in?
The one tip that I would say to just jump in for would be don't be afraid, because the biggest fear that I've heard, and it was mine actually, was, like, you don't want to be a salesman. I don't want to be a salesperson. I'm not a great salesperson, that sort of thing. A lot of people, what you don't realize is this is the perfect excuse to talk to everyone you don't talk to. I love this product because at the end of the day, I have started talking to almost everyone and anyone that I can think of that I think would be interested. And at the end of the day, it's all about just mentioning the product and talking to them about what they might need. As a personal trainer, the issue, of course, is, okay, you've got a problem. You know what'll solve that? Squat. That doesn't really work all the time. Sometimes they need something a little more inside, like having that protein that'll help with their gut health, having that greens balance, or maybe it is a skincare issue. This company actually has something for everyone. So no matter who you're talking to, just make sure that by the second time you text them, that you actually have read the product guide, because there's a good chance there's something in there they might be able to use. For example, I didn't realize this till I went to one of my friend's house, and she's also in the Arbonne family. I went to her house, and I went to wash my hands, and I looked at her sink, and I did not know this, but Arbonne has a toothpaste. So the next time I put in an order, I am trying that toothpaste because I gotta know. But at the end of the day, with a company as awesome as this one is, honestly, I think it's not just the community that's involved, it is the potential. So I say jump in so you can actually start building your own community to make this one even better.
Ooh, I love that last piece. Thank you. All right, guys, so grateful again for taking the time. For those of you watching again, it's our Wellness Wednesday Power Lunch. Join us anytime, Wednesdays at 12:30. We've got different guests every week. And these two are two of my favorites because I love hearing their stories. I could listen again and again and just hear that enthusiasm and passion. So if you haven't already felt the call, just think about it. Jumping in, there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. So thank you both very much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.